All right, the next event is event number 9 here in the World Series of Competitive Putting. It's the Show Me Putters event. The Show Me Putters is an entity out of Missouri, and they're sponsoring this event. It's a 36-hole stroke play event. We're not playing any zones this time, so just playing the course without the zones. 36 holes. Let's hear from one of the founders of that Show Me Putters League, Jody Kimball, with some more information.
36-hole stroke play, no zones. Also, just want to recognize the Show Me Putting Tour guys that are here. There's Eric Feeds, who started the tour.
Yeah.
And then Don Luzader. And Justin Thomas. And I think David Neal's out in the lobby probably. Also, there's some hats, some toboggans, and t-shirts on that table. It's free to anybody who wants them. Also, the winner of this tournament is the rest of this year and all of 27. Any of our tournaments you show up for, your entry fee is paid.
Nice.
Have fun. I want to thank Bill and everybody, and thank y'all for coming out.
Okay, so you got some information from Jody there. We're getting started. So here we go. The Show Me Putters Tournament, event number 9 here at the World Series of Competitive Putting. Let's get down to the action.
All right, let's get down to the action. Here's Eric Feig, Show Me Putters founder, along with Jody Kimball. Here's Jeremy Nabidet, just missing there on 7. He'll tap in, and we're also going to take a look here at Justin Gucci. With this first shot on 7, some players are going off the little back lip, back door. Some players are trying to play front door. Looks like Justin's going front door here. Now here's Francis Levine Croteau. Francis is playing very well right now. First shot on 13. And now here's Francis, first round, hole 17. That zone's one of the easier zones to hit, and Francis Levine Croteau is leading the way. -6 for Francis. Very, very good round. Keep in mind that this tournament has no zones, so the scores will be much worse. There's Nate Nichols at even par, Jeff Kirk at +1. Once again, the who's who of competitive putting here in event number 9, the Show Me Putters Showdown. For those of you who don't know, the Show Me Putters is a putting tour out of Missouri. Taylor Artman right there at -5, Chris Johnson at -4. Let's talk to Francis Levine Croteau.
All right, we're here with Francis Levine Croteau. After the first round, no zones, stroke play, Francis Levine Croteau with a phenomenal 6 under. Oh, he's got the guitar. Francis.
Yes, indeed.
Tell me about your round out there and how it was.
Many long putt in a hole. Just no play zone this round. It's very hard. Just make a good placement for the next putt, and if the read is good, the ball, it's in the hole.
Well, congratulations, Francis. You have the lead after round 1. Now we're going to go to round 2. Good luck out there.
Yes.
Now let's get back to the action here. Pete Line, hole 18. And now we're going to do sort of a continuous clip here to kind of show you the continuous action that goes on. Here's Jeremy Nabidet with a tough break on 8. You had to watch out for that little shelf on the right-hand side of 8. Now watch this shot through the rough. Pretty amazing play there. And there's Chris Johnson. And now hole number 7. Tap in for Don Luzander. And now we go to Rob Morris, hole 13. And now let's check out Rick Baird, hole 11. He's got this putt for eagle. This is a huge right to left breaker, and he just wasn't able to negotiate it. Here's Hans Olafsson. Hans, one of Europe's best putters. He's been doing this for a long time. Numerous wins on Hans' resume. And now let's get Jody Kimball, 18. And Mike Gonzalez here on 18. And now we got Pete Lyons' second shot, hole 11. Great putt for him. Let's go back to the leaderboard. Francis Levine-Croteau at -7. Taylor Artman at -5. Jacob Fair right there. Jody Kimball right there. Here's Jeremy Nabinett. Great make for him on 10. And now we got Don Luzander from the Show Me Putters hitting his second shot. And now here's our leader, Francis Levine-Croteau. Many of you remember Francis from last year's ESPN show in New Jersey where he led almost the whole tournament. Francis Levine-Croteau has a really high-level gear. When he gets to it, he's as good as anybody. Here's Jake Stass. Look at this right to lefter. What a beautiful putt from Jake. And now let's look at the other side of the island here. Here's Justin Thomas. Justin, one of the Show Me Putters' top putters. I've always said that if this guy played internationally, played throughout the country, he'd be at the top of many leaderboards. He's an excellent, excellent putter from the Show Me Putters Tour. And now Chris Johnson, hole 8. And we go to the other side of the island here. There's Rick Baird on 12, and now we got Chi Nguyen putting for eagle on 11. Chi has went to the claw putting grip, which he said really gives him a lot of control. He just misses that for eagle. Now we got Jody Kimball going for that first zone on 8. It gets stuck for a second, but it comes out. Thank God, because if that ball gets stuck right there, you're in deep trouble. Here's Nate Nichols doing his patented putter in front of the ball, behind the ball pre-shot routine. I guess a lot of guys on the PPA do that. It's very unique to Nate. Francis Levine-Croteau now, second shot, hole 13. Perfect placement. Now players are going up into this hill. It makes for a little bit of an easier second putt. Don Luzander going right at the hole, and you can see kind of the difference there. Here's Francis Levine-Croteau. Almost makes it there. Mike Gonzalez going for this zone on 16. He's going to just miss it. And now Francis Levine-Croteau, third shot on 14. And I believe that is a zone hit. Here's David Neal. And now hole 18, one of the toughest zones to hit. Let's go back to the leaderboard. Taylor Artman leading the way now at -8. Francis Levine-Croteau at -7. There's Chris Johnson -5. Once again, all the top players here. Now let's go back to Francis Levine-Croteau. Looks like he's just laying up a little bit on that fourth shot. Smart move. There's Don for par, and now Mike Gonzalez first shot, 18. Francis Levine-Croteau right behind him on 17. Here's his second shot, and just not enough on it there. And now here's our leader, Taylor Artman. Some of you might remember him from some great showings at the Major Series of Putting. The Major Series of Putting ran from 2017 to 2019, and it was an amazing putting tour. Taylor did well in the MSOP, and he's doing well today. Here's Taylor, hole 2. Now a bit of controversy broke out here on Taylor Artman's shot on hole 1. You can see Taylor gesturing there that he did skip through into the rough to get to the green on hole 1. Now the rule is on the website, and the rules that I've come up with for the last ESPN show, is that you cannot touch the green part of another hole. So it's official. Taylor Artman has won it by 4 at 12 under. Chris Johnson at -8. Francis Levine-Croteau at -8. Rob Morris with a nice finish at -7. But the talk of the tournament was this shot that he hit. Now, regardless of whether or not he hit that shot or not, he still would have won. But let's talk to Taylor Artman.
All right, we are here with Taylor Artman. He just won the Show Me Putters tournament. 12 under through 2 rounds. Was that the final score?
Yes, it was.
Tell me about your rounds and how you liked it out there.
I played really good. I think, it was a big change to not have the zones.
Yeah.
Right? That's a new kind of concept for me this week. And so I think going back to no zones, just not worrying about those, let me kind of play golf, if you will, and play my own game.
We got rainy photo bombing behind you.
That really helped me. I think that really helped me just kind of
Well done.
focus on what I do naturally.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to touch on the elephant in the room here. So there's people in this competitive putting world that are trendsetters, and this putting course is a very unique situation, and we've had a difficult time trying to get a proper rule set, and we have situations where someone does something that people didn't see or that maybe they saw but didn't want to try. You cut over after the first shot on hole 1 to the green. By the rules that are on the website, it was a completely legal shot. Now, these rules have changed after because it has been deemed that it's not in the best interest of the course for that to happen, but you did hit a legal shot. It was an amazing shot. Tell us about this shot that will forever live in infamy.
Well, it's kind of been a running joke this week. I probably asked about the rules more than anyone. Maybe that's me being left-handed, more imaginative. I'm not sure. But in my opinion, it's me against the course in golf and not me against the other players.
Yeah.
And the zones and, the different rules is everybody playing the same game. And I think my advantage in golf is creativity. I think it's so much imagination. And anytime I get the chance to find that or the advantage, if it's risk reward, I think that makes the game what it is, right?
For the view?
I saw an opportunity and I took it, and I guess I'm sad that we got in an argument about it. And the reason a new rule will probably be made. But I'm not sorry for how I played it in this competition.
Yeah, no, I mean, as much as I love Bill and I get what he's saying and I see the logic behind his argument, but the fact of the matter is that it was a legal shot and it was deemed so. Can you tell me a little bit about this shot in that, did you hit it from the tee box or was it your second shot over and through?
So the shot that I broke the rule on is the second shot.
Okay, so you hit it up to the first zone, and then the second shot was the one that went. Now, did that shot go in?
Right, and high reward.
Yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart, and I was probably crazy to do that with the lead. But you hit it up there in the gap, and there's a very small window of opportunity within the rules to hit it. Just stay right there. I hit a great shot. I had practiced it a few times. And done well, but that was the first time I ever made it. So
well,
I got a little lucky, but you got to get lucky if you're going to win, right?
Kudos to you for having the guts to play that shot with the lead. It paid off. Taylor, you're the champion. Show Me Putters champion. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.